What's going on, everyone? It's been a while since I've done a shop tour here, and we've certainly expanded over the last couple years. So I figured I'd hop on the camera here, give you guys a quick tour of the headquarters of Northern. Let me take you guys inside so you can check out the HQ. Mind you, right now, there's nobody around, but we're gonna give you guys the full tour. Coming in the front here, we got our trusty old branded Northern Snow carpet. We got this a couple years back, but I absolutely love it. Keep some postcards around. This is where our front receptionist sits. Deals with face-to-face customers coming in throughout the day. Also answers the phone and does some other nuance work. Got our big branded Northern sign right on the back of the wall here. So when you walk in that door, it's just right in your face. We keep the TV screen on, more brand to represent the company. Sometimes we got some YouTube videos playing on there as well of the business in action. A little bit of merchandise for the customers if they're interested in purchasing some, which we do actually have the odd customer buy a hoodie, hat, toque, and support the brand and business, which, you know, means the world to us. Right in here, first office on the left. This is our customer service rep, Danny. So he's got his office all tricked out here. Keeps it really, really organized and clean, which I admire. Kubota brand is strong, of course. You guys know we represent. He's got a lot of pride for it. He's got some personal pictures, some cool stuff that interests him and whatnot. And you know, I let the guys really make their office as homey as possible. You know, you're spending 8, 10, 12 hours here a day. You want to make it feel comfortable, right? It's your environment. So I let them make it their own. So you can see here, Danny's definitely broken his in quite well. Let's head to the next office. Right here, we just got spare printer, a couple walkie-talkies for operations in the winter, a cutter, some other office supplies underneath here, some closets to the right. Now we're gonna hop into the big boss, the manager, Mitch. Operations manager, office manager. He wears a couple hats around here, and you could check out his humble space in here. He's made it a little bit of his own as well. Quite simple, but as you can tell, being the ops manager, of course, he's got all the routes throughout the whole city on the wall here. Got his nice little humble space here. It keeps it very organized and clean as well. And that's it for the ops manager, Mitch. Now we're gonna take it to the back here. Got a small little kitchen, fridge, toaster oven. We have another spare room in the back here. It's a little bit smaller, but this is where our second customer service rep hangs out. His name is Josh. So you can tell here, it is our Wi-Fi / control room. Got some stuff on the wall and whatnot for all the wiring throughout the building. However, we made it into a nice little humble office as well. And Josh loves it. He absolutely loves it back here. We call it the dog cage. I think, is that what we called it? No, I'm just joking. All seriousness though, we do make fun of it. We call it the cage back here just because it's kind of small, it's enclosed. You're in like, you know, this computer room, you shut the door and he's in here making outbound calls all day long, just like an absolute wolf. So Josh really likes it back here. He performs really well. Could really dial in his attention with no distractions back here. So we moved Josh into the front. He was our receptionist for a while over the spring and most of the summer, but now we moved him back to the back office to start helping with our renewal calls to make outbound. We did hire a new receptionist for the front desk. I'm not gonna announce any names yet. We're gonna do a second shop tour with all the employees in here on a later date. So we'll introduce everybody at that time. But for now, let's keep rocking and rolling with this tour. Okay, so this is where the magic happens in here. This is our main garage, as you could tell. We got all sorts of stuff in here. We got oils to our left, def tank in the corner, OxyCut. We got a welder. We got all our legendary snow pickets since we started from year 1. This was year 2 and 3, year 4. You know, you can see the evolution of our company, which is absolutely incredible. Got some spare steel, workbenches, all of our bolts, nuts, hardware, right from MSC here. They're a great company to deal with. Some of you guys might deal with Fastenal. We personally love MSC. They keep our hardware stocked 24/7 and can really get us any bolt, any nut, literally anything we want, period. They're just so great to deal with. Got some more tools here and whatnot. Some other maintenance stuff, rags, oils, grease guns, batteries, you name it. This here is our homemade trusty undercoat sprayer. Upstairs, we have a huge loft up there just with tons and tons and tons of parts, couches, Eric's office. There's just so much stuff up there. I'd give you guys the tour, but there's not really much to see up there. It's just a bunch of just spare parts all over the place. Well, it's very organized, of course, but it's a bit overwhelming. We got it packed pretty tight up there. So that's a really nice area for storing a lot of our stuff. We love it. It's very, very, very big too. Got some more snow blowers and odds and ends stored under here. So you guys can tell, growing a business, you keep getting more and more and more and more tools, parts, you know, just all these things that just make your space tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter over time. And we definitely keep things very clean and organized. We're constantly throwing stuff away, but it's like the more you expand, the less room you get, the more you're looking for more space, more space, more space. And it's just, it's super annoying. I feel like we're always running out of room. Anyways, we'll take you to the back here. This is my most favorite part. Walk out this door, get to see the lineup of all the rigs. Some days it makes me anxious and some days it makes me feel like just an absolute animal. You know, I get a mix of both worlds. It's like sometimes I look at all the equipment and I'm like, damn man, I need to get to work now. And other times I'm like, wow, this feels pretty good. I guess we're doing all right. Long road ahead of us. It's been quite interesting and very fun, very successful. Business is truly like a roller coaster, but I think looking at the equipment from time to time is always a constant reminder to keep the ball rolling and push hard, push really hard. So it's grateful, but it's also anxious feeling at the same time. I get a combination of both. More anxious than anything. Anyways, we got our lineup here. Starting at the front, we got all our 6 Series John Deeres, got all our 4 Series right alongside to it. So right behind me here, we have a fleet of straight Kubota L6060s equipped with Pronovost Cyclones. This is how I like the fleet being right here. This is what I want, you know, check it out. Everything's consistent, everything's the same. There is not one difference on any of these pieces right here. They are all identical. And that just really streamlines processes for the business, really standardizes things, makes operations a lot more simple, makes maintenance a lot more simple, parts a lot more simple, you know, training operators a lot more simple. It's kind of a headache when you got a guy running a Kubota L6060 and then all you have left is a spare John Deere 4066R and he goes and hops in that tractor and he's about half the speed he should be because he's not used to the piece of equipment. So I've told you guys this plenty of times before, but I'm very, 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 very passionate about this and I'm striving my hardest to just run 2 tractors, one big size Kubota and one small size Kubota. Our small size Kubota being the L6060 and our larger size being the M5 111. We might try an M6, we have in the past. I think M5 is gonna be the go-to for us, but regardless, we're going all Kubota. We're sticking to 2 tractor models and that is it. That's why I really want to get rid of all the John Deeres. You know, I just want to standardize this fleet. And the same goes with the blowers too. Nothing wrong with Norman. Norman's a great brand. They make great blowers. They're awesome to deal with, but my heart's with Pronovost. My business is with Pronovost. I truly think they make the best blower in the business. And I also really appreciate the hot dip galvanized. So that's what we're going to be running for all of our equipment in the near future is just straight Pronovost Cyclones, Kubota L6060s, and more than likely M5 111s with Pronovost Cyclones on the back as well. So a little food for thought for you guys. If you're getting started in the business, or maybe you've already grown to 10, 20, 30, 40 tractors, my personal opinion, I don't like having a Christmas tree of blowers and equipment. I want everything being one color and one brand. I think that just really makes your life a lot easier. I think it makes operations better. I think it adds more bottom line profit. It makes training a lot more simple. There's a lot to consider when you're investing into equipment, and please learn from my mistakes. Stick with one brand, stick with one model if you can, and stick with one blower company. And that's about it, guys. We got some more L6060s down the line right there. Now, if you want to know a grand total, we're looking at 37 tractors total here in the yard. We got a couple more coming for this winter, which I'm excited about. Of course, they're Kubota L6060s. They're equipped with the new Pronovost Cyclone 82-inch complete remodel that they just came out with, which I'm really excited for. They got some new backdoor components. They made it 2 inches wider. The old models were 80s. They put a new chute on them. They did tons of other cool stuff, telescopic 3-point hitch, you name it. Pronovost is working on some big stuff, but sadly they don't really announce it. So I'm gonna be doing that for them this upcoming fall/late summer. I'm going to be showing you guys the new 82-inch Cyclone and the new 92-inch Cyclone. Tons to see there, and very, very interesting to see some of the new improvements they've made on behalf of Pronovost. Just excited about tons of upcoming stuff. Okay, last but not least, guys, I'm going to take you over here to all the trucks that we have in the fleet. So as you can see, we are very passionate about running GM around here. We got all Chevys and GMCs. That's our go-to truck. Check it out, guys. Full Northern Lawn wraps on these trucks with the ramp rack on the back. We got our Green Touch accessories too. And honestly, our guys absolutely love these trucks. And they pack a punch when it comes to operations out in the field. So there's the 4 Lawns trucks right there for you guys. I seen some guys in the comments saying, hey, like you're loading those up too heavy. How's your brakes? How's the V6 running? Are you having any problems? Blah, 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 blah. We've been running these trucks for 4 months, every day, 10 hours a day, and we've had 0 issues. Okay, number 1, because it's GM. And number 2, we're running these trucks the way they should be ran. We're not overloading them too much, but we're also not riding them light either. We've been quite cautious with how we use these trucks, and we haven't been completely beating them to a pulp, but they have been worked really hard these past few months, and they've been holding up great for us. Suspension's been a champion. All the brakes been running good. Engines haven't been overheating. I could say that these ramp rack setups, fully loaded with a good 2,000 pounds, as long as you got the airbags in the back, they're all you need. This is my truck here. It's a base model 2500. Eric's truck over here, another base model 2500. That's our service truck. We got a spare truck over here, single cab long box. Some of the managers use that to go out and check up on operations for Northern Lawns. We got my partner Nikki's Porsche Macan GTS. This is where we hold all of our fuel tanks. We got our premium 500-gallon fuel tank right here. That's for all our small engine equipment. We got our regular gasoline 500-gallon tank right here for all of our trucks. And then we got 2 dyed diesel tanks. We got 1,000-gallon. This thing's an absolute monster. And then we also got our 500-gallon over here, which is incredible. So between these 2 tanks, we got 1,500 gallons, and that's more than enough for the fleet. I think that fills us up from completely empty to full and all the tractors 2.5 times. So it's more than enough. We deal with a local company here called McDougall, and they're great. Like as soon as we take fuel out of there, there's some sort of sensor inside the tanks, and right away the fuel truck's coming to fill them back up. So they're very reliable and awesome to deal with. I've even seen them come on Christmas to fill us back up. This is a little bit of a jagged setup over here, but this is our mixed fuel tank. We got 50-to-1 oil in here mixed with premium. This is for all our small engine equipment. We have one guy mix all of our fuel for our small engine equipment, so whether that be the trimmers, the blowers, etc. That way the mix is done completely right, and somebody's really measuring, and there's not a bunch of different guys, you know, shoving their hands in here, and one guy over mixes it with oil or under mixes it. It could really screw up your equipment. So we have one guy take care of mixing the fuel. That's either Andreas or Eric, and that way we make sure our mixing is precise so that we get some good longevity out of our equipment. And this is pretty custom. I'll show you guys. This was made by Eric. As you can tell, this is a Southern American special right here, eh, Andreas? So basically grabbed a pallet, welded these hooks. This holds 10 pickets total. You put your pickets in the slot, you wrap it with saran wrap, and then you store it away. Over here, we have 2 custom Kubota orange fuel cages that Eric made in-house here. This one holds all of our military cans, as you can see. Look at all those military cans, guys. So that's a 20 liters of extra dyed diesel that we put in the side of our military tank fuel holders. So we have holders on all the side of our small tractors, as well as we got a double barrel holder in our large tractors, just in case the big tractors need some extra fuel on the road or need to go bring a tank to one of the smaller tractors. Having the extra 20 liters of fuel, this is just like a spare cage. We got to clean this up a little bit. We got a propane tank in there. We got a regular fuel can in there, some more diesel cans, etc. Running the 20 extra liters of fuel in our small tractors, I mean, it does us wonders. It buys us an extra 2 to 2.5, sometimes even 3 hours of running time for our small pieces of equipment out in the field. So what we found is if you fill these tractors up and you go out for a shift at around the 4 to 5 hour mark, depending on the precipitation of snow, like if we get like 20-30 centimeters, you know, you might run out of fuel in about 4 hours. But if we get a lighter snowfall, you might run out of fuel in like 6. Regardless, there's been instances in the past when we are a little bit smaller, we'd have the service truck that Eric drives, the white truck with the fuel tank in the back. back, and he'd go run around town all the time filling people up. That's all he was doing, was filling people up. I'm like, okay, we got to figure out a better solution to this. So we made fuel tank holders on all the side of the small tractors, and we filled them with the 20-liter military tank that you've seen in the cage behind us. And the guy's got an extra 20 liters of fuel out in the field. We are going to bring you to shop number 2. It's been quite the tour, guys, but we're not done quite yet. So shop number 2 here, take a look inside. So right now we're utilizing this shop for our Northern Lawns company right now. As you can see, we got all the beautiful Toro equipment lined up in here. Ooh, looks like we got a little bit of a flat going on here. You're gonna have to call Kevin Mobile Tires Plus, bro. Yeah, we've been running into the odd flat tire with the Toros, but that's honestly been the only issue we've had. But of course, that's gonna happen when you're using these stand-on mowers all day and all different properties and stuff. So, especially when you take them downtown. This is the main dispatch garage in the winter. All this equipment for the lawn side of the business is out of here. And this is where we pack 40, 50 guys in before dispatching out in the field for operations. We put some nice notes on the screen right here behind me, just explaining the game plan. We call it action plan before going out for our snow event, just to keep all the guys informed. You know, communication is key when you have an operation of this size. The more the guys could be understanding of what we're trying to accomplish day to day when we're doing operations, the better. Right now, like I said, it is where we run our lawn side of the business out of, and it's worked quite well for us. But fast forward 3-4 months from now, you'll be seeing all this stuff out of here. We'll be in snow season, doing our meetings before going out for battling the winter snow here in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. It's a little bit chaotic upstairs here because we just got so much equipment. We're certainly gonna need to invest into a C-can shortly here because we got a lot of tools. Got some water in the corner here, tons of different hand tools, generators, snow blowers, just tons of different stuff. We got our paddle brooms for all the gravel mishap and spring cleanups that we gotta do in the spring. Got some extra spare mowers, some 21 inches, some commercial 30s, spare tires, some racks, ladders, you name it, guys. So this washroom right here, we installed this. As you could tell, it's nothing special from the outside. Just got some nice thick plywood, painted it. We made it as nice as we could. Check it out in here. Got a nice sink. Got all our Cintas products for the soap, paper towel, trash can, nice little toilet, nice little automated Cintas Febreze. We got our fan. Let me turn the fan on here. So that's nice. Also, quick little tip for you guys. If you're gonna have that many employees using this washroom, make sure to get a fan with a timer. I know that seems kind of stupid, but you know those guys are gonna leave the fan on all night. So the lights and the fan are on a timer and they automatically shut off, which is nice. This is like honestly the best investment we made for our employees. They love this. It's nice. Guys don't gotta go run to Max Mart or run down the road to go to the washroom. And it's like, yeah, why don't you let them use the office washroom? We've done that in the past when we were only, 20 employees, and it's just like too chaotic. People are in the office, they're focused, they don't want to be distracted by the door opening and closing and, operators coming in yelling and screaming. And then, imagine what a washroom turns into after 30, 40 men use it. It's a little bit scary. We keep up with cleaning this thing 24/7. Guys really respect it too, and don't leave it a mess. And yeah, it's been awesome putting that washroom here upstairs. So you can't really see it here over in the corner too well because some of the equipment's blocking it, but we put 2 vending machines in here. It's nice because before we go out for operations, guys could just grab a quick snack if they need it, or they need a little pick-me-up or a Rockstar, they want a Pepsi, water, Gatorade, whatever the case might be. They could go purchase it and then hit the road. They don't have to stop at Max Mart on the way, etc. So I feel like this buys us back a little bit of time with operators in the field not stopping at the gas station before beginning their route. So it is convenient. Sometimes you just want a Reese's Pieces, right? You know what I'm saying, Andres? We are gonna head into my office as well as my partner Nick's office here. So very similar to our other office, same layout. Show you guys the washroom here. Really big washroom, wheelchair accessible. It'd be awesome to throw a shower in here, not gonna lie, during snow events. After you've gone for long hours, it'd just be so rejuvenating to take a nice cold shower or a warm shower, depending on what you like. We got a little bit of a bigger kitchen on this side. This was homemade by yours truly, Eric Bolon. Tried to save some money and not go crazy building a bunch of cabinets in here. So it's got a spare fridge from one of the rental units, little cheap microwave, cooktop stove, toaster, air fryer, espresso machine, of course. This thing gets used more than anything in this whole entire office. Kitchen, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm definitely able to cook a lot of good meals in here. Now, I'm gonna take you into my office here. Everything's finger scanner around here. It makes things super easy. So there's the humble space right there. Super simple. Honestly, I think my desk is too big for this office, kind of crowds it. I'll show you guys something cool though. Check this out. Put my chair off to the side. Watch this. Converter for the stand-up desk. Okay, so I set it up just like that, guys. And for a lot of you guys who are complaining about, oh, I work an office job, I'm not able to get my steps in. Well, this right here is a full-on life hack. Put about at least 100 to 150 minutes on it a day. And you could ask anybody around here. I'm like constantly on this thing. Hop in on here. Now, when you first get it, it's gonna be a little bit awkward. You're gonna have to get, used to typing and using your mouse. But out of all honesty, after you're on this thing for like a good solid week, you honestly forget that you're walking. Like, you just get so into your work, you're doing what you need to do on your computer that and then next thing you know, you look down, you're at 80, 90, 100 minutes. You go check your step counter and you're like at 10, 15, 20,000 steps in a day. I'm constantly in the office, don't have a lot of time to go and walk for an hour, hour and a half at the gym or, outside. So I killed 2 birds with 1 stone doing this here. Okay, so you guys just see my office there. Next, I'm gonna show you my partner Nick's office here. He's hard at work right now, on the weekend, of course, getting her done.
How's it going, guys?
Boom. Tell them what you do, tell them what's going on, tell them how you've been.
Been good, no complaints at all. Just getting all the payments all organized from the past week here. Just want to make sure they're allocated accordingly. So what we'll do is we'll collect the payments at the front and then I'll go through them for a double check just to make sure that everything is all in line and all organized. So yeah, you're catching me here on the Sunday, getting the work done so I can catch up for tomorrow, Monday morning, because that's going to be a busy week.
So, as you guys could tell, Nick's quite busy right now. We caught him off guard. I apologize. He's making sure we keep all the money in check. Rarely misses a dollar, that guy, if ever. So here, I know, a little bit unfortunate. Please don't make fun of me. We do not have a full-on boardroom table yet. We are going to invest into one soon. They're like $5,000 to $10,000 for a nice one. So for right now, we got the classic old black and white beer pong tables that you could get from Walmart. They do the trick. We pull off amazing meetings in here still. We do some cool training too with all the operators, and we've made the most of these black plastic tables, but we are gonna get a boardroom table here shortly. We wanted to call this the war room because we have some really good conversations in here. Deal with problems to innovations to building processes, just having really good open communication meetings in here. Every single Monday, we got the entire team in here, myself, partner Nick, the office staff, Eric, and we get in here and we talk about issues that are going on with the company, how we could improve overall meetings, talk about some upcoming stuff here that's happening at Northern, et cetera, et cetera. This room is amazing, certainly elevated our business. Every single Monday, you'll catch us in here, 8 a.m. till about 9:30, 10. That's a big boardroom for you guys. Behind me here, we have a little desk, spare desk for either a spare employee that wants to join us, co-op students too, and this desk is really nice for them. They pull up a couple chairs, they get to work. And over here we have all of our apparel for Northern Lawns and Northern Snow. This became a little bit of like a storage / office over here. Like I told you guys earlier in shop 1, the more you start expanding, the more room you need, and it never feels like enough, ever, ever, ever. And then we'll take you guys out to the front over here, which brings us back. So where we originally started, guys, was just over there. That's our main front entrance. For my office and Nick's office, we keep it locked up all the time. Nobody really comes in there besides office staff. As you can tell, we don't have a sign above because that's somewhere we want to keep really quiet. Me and him are always doing deep work. It's very distracting if we had, customers and employees always coming in and out of there. So it's usually locked down. Me and Nick get things dialed in there. And then, yeah, that's our main entrance over there. So as you can tell here, that's shop 1. Shop 2, you could call it office 1, office 2. Me and my partner Nick, when we were younger, we always talked about, man, how crazy would it be to have a shop on Great Northern? Well, here we are, 2 years in the flesh at 1092 Great Northern Road. It's a super grateful and humble feeling, honestly. Life's too good sometimes, really. And I don't think any of us really appreciate it enough, but if you work hard enough at anything in life, you'll achieve whatever you put your mind to. And I know that sounds cheesy because you hear that from everybody, but I'm telling you right now, that's exactly what happened. We used to talk about having a shop here right in the main heart of our city in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, which we call this Golden Mile, Great Northern Road. And here we are, guys, actually making it happen for 2 years now. And it's just such an incredible feeling. Anyways, that's a shop tour for you guys. I wish this building was completely ours, but it's not. We share it with our good friend, Steve Ficacello. He owns Ficmar Developments. He's a huge builder around town who builds some incredibly nice homes. And then this back little garage here is Northern Pest Solutions. We don't own this company. Some people have asked us in the past. Northern's a very popular name here in Sault Ste. Marie because we're in the north. But yeah, Northern Pest Solutions is its completely owned business. Yeah, the owner of that company is really cool. Hopefully in the near future, we could acquire a little bit more space here. But for now, we take a good, almost 3/4 of this building up. We love it, man. Tons of space here. We're able to have transports pull in and out. Big U-shaped yard, goes 7 acres back, right here on Golden Mile in Sault Ste. Marie. Thank God every day. God bless. Life's good, man. Things feel great. We're gonna keep the ball rolling. And for now, we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Peace.